to take a DNA test. Hey, y'all. Hello. Welcome back to the Abiyah channel. What's up? I am so silly today. I don't know. Today I just woke up in like a good mood. You ever just wake up and you go to the gas station and you're the only one really smiling, like it's just too early for all that? What? I was smiling like, oh, y'all, good morning, y'all. Good morning. Yeah, good morning, y'all. Yeah, so I woke up in a good mood because I'm feeling really proud of myself today. I just really am. And, you know, so much that I have witnessed, experienced since going full-time van life since August of last year, 2021. My goodness. I mean, I'm seeing things with my own eyes that I've never saw before. I am indulging into my passions. I am feeling so alive. And, you know, I really like being kind of sort of like kind of away from people sometimes. Not all the time. I'm not antisocial. Because I'm like, am I different? I'm a nerd, okay? No, I'm really not. What am I? I'm just me, whatever. Anyway, I read a lot because my brain is like, I get knocked with questions in this head of mine. And it's like, where do these questions come from? Where do they stem from? Like, oh, why? And then these questions just stay there. And it's like, it stays there. And then I go research it and and it leads me somewhere else. You guys, this journey is something else, I tell you. Because when you depend on the Most High to guide you and lead you, you don't always, and when you take yourself out the equation, because sometimes that our desires are not the same as his. So sometimes I, like going into this, I came into van life with the only expectation of living in my van, traveling in my van, seeing beautiful locations in the world, you know, that was, and then documenting this journey just to show other women and women of color, especially since there's not a lot of us out here that does this lifestyle, just showing them like that it's possible to minimize material possessions if you can find a vehicle that you are comfortable in. It may not necessarily be like a minivan. It may be an RV, a Sprinter, a Ford, or whatever them expensive things is, or a truck. I mean, people do this in so many different vehicles. But anyways, but it was just to show that, and I wanted to do that, and starting off then versus now, it's like, girl, why are you talking about history? You supposed to be van life and showing me some beautiful beach scenes, mountain scenes. Sorry. Well, to answer that question, history has always been intriguing to me. And I don't know why. I never knew why then. I know now. I hear y'all on the internet talking about we this, we that, we came here from here, I hear y'all. Yes. But you know what? See, I'm the type of person where I hear y'all and I take notes. I take notes. I write stuff down. I read about it because I have to be like, I have to find out for myself. Yeah. You know, because I guess that's the leader in me. I don't know, but maybe it is, because people can tell you anything. Okay? Okay? Jim Jones got distracted. But yeah, people can tell you anything. Anything. And if you don't do your research and you don't look it up for yourself, you know, they teach you that in school, right? So, like math class, right? Go to math class. What do the teachers want to see on your papers? They want to see the work that you did, not just the answer, but how you got to that answer. So they teach you this in school. So, yeah, they do. Anyways, y'all, why the history all of a sudden? Why is that part of this journey? Because it's part of my curiosity. There is, for me, I think it's important to understand, you know, yourself. You know, it's being prideful in a sense, but not in a sense to where I'm gonna think that I'm better than someone else, or at the expense of someone else feeling great about themselves as well. It's a sense of belonging, to know your roots. So yeah, I am searching for my roots. I am searching for my roots. I am searching I'm not searching history. I'm reading a lot more history than I have ever read in my whole entire life. In these last, I would say, 2 years. Learning a lot. Like, you know, and some of these things that have happened in the past line right up with the scriptures. They really, truly do. And, you know, there has always been a few scriptures in the Bible that has stuck to me like a magnet, you know. So, and one of them is this. When you know, the Bible talks about like the devil or Satan being the prince of this world, and then it also says that he was cast down to this earth and that he's deceived the whole world. And that's heavy, y'all. Don't you guys think that is heavy to take that in? And it's like, where is the deception? You know? And the more I started reading and learning things, I hope you guys can hear me because I'm driving. I noticed that there are, you know, I just noticed there seemed to be an omission. Is that the right word? Omission. To leave out, right? Of, like, black people. I'm just saying, African Americans, black people. You know, it's like the schools didn't teach us that. The schools didn't teach us these things. We had to learn a lot of this stuff on our own accord. And it's not easy dissecting these books and reading and stuff and being up to 2 and 3 in the morning reading and researching and, you know, and still trying to find time to take it all in, to process it, to, you know, pray about it, marinate on it. It's just something else. But it's also rewarding at the same time. You know, it's like, it's something that I feel like I need to understand for myself, you know, and then You know, I talk to my son about these things, my sisters, my family, the ones that are willing to listen, because everyone's not willing to listen to, you know, Abiyah talk about history all the time. But hey, y'all, let's talk about it. So, yeah, today I just woke up feeling really great, you know, about learning these things and then being able to share them with others, you know. And yeah, I think there really is a great awakening happening right now in the Black community. I truly believe that. And because I'm, you know, seeing more and more Black people on social media sharing their knowledge, their experiences, their stories, their, you know, their research, and they're not only in America doing this, they're like all over the world doing this. So thank you to the internet, because now we can connect with one another and connect the dots and figure things out, so that we have, I guess, is having a sense of our own cultural, our own set of beliefs, you know, because I know a lot of you guys may be, or there are a lot of people that are religious, that are into religion, like Christianity, Islam, Judaism, whatever you call it, Judaism. So there's a lot of people that are in religion, and you know, and from my studies, I don't know. I do read the scriptures for myself, pray about them, you know, and I do read them. You know, some things just don't line up quite well with what's being taught in religion. The only thing that I will say, well, a few things I would say about religion, but it doesn't teach you about spiritual warfare like that. And a lot of times when I listened to like pastors and preachers, it's more of a carnal sermon. Like, it's more of a, you know, I don't know. It's like, it's more like prosperity gospel. Like, pray to God and you'll get this. Do your tidings and he'll do this. Give back. God don't need your money. What does God need your money for? God's word should be free, right? It's free because it's supposed to be for everyone, right? So it's free. So I don't know, for people that make careers out of being a preacher, I don't think being a preacher should be a career. And how many preachers do you have in this whole entire world? And is God talking to all of them? Like, I think about things like that. I do. He talking to all of them? All of them? Okay, so then you have to dissect which ones are truly inspired by the Most High and which ones are not. Because you will never know, because most of y'all don't even know these preachers. You don't live with them. They're humans, just like you are, flawed and all, born in sin and all, just like us, you know. And I don't know. I'm rambling, y'all. I'm rambling. I'm just saying, I think about these things. So I like to put history with the scriptures. I want to know my roots. I want to learn and pick up pieces of my cultural that you know, that we were forced to leave behind. And there's another thing that I've been researching, and another thing that has been consistent, and I don't know why, and I want to know why. Okay, so during the colonial period, there's a lot of similarities, and this keeps popping up throughout my research is, whenever you hear about the people coming to the New World, which is here in America. This land was considered as the New World. In order, even then, back in slavery, and then also back in 70 AD, or not 70 AD, maybe after that, when they were capturing people and whatever. But the thing is this, so you had to get baptized and you had to accept Christianity. And you had to take on a Christian name. Why is that? Why do you have to give your name away and submit? Why? I just never understood. Because baptisms, yeah, I'm gonna shut up because I gotta do some more research on that. Where am I going? I don't even know. I'm just soaking up the AC for real. Because it feels good. I have some upcoming videos that I am putting together right now. I did go visit the Civil Rights Museum. I did go to 2 plantations. Yeah, so I am putting a video together about that experience. I went down to the Capitol and to the Library of Congress. So, I mean, I'm just saying, y'all. Woo! I thank the Most High for making this way possible for me. Now, my initial intentions was to give myself a year of doing the van life thing, traveling, seeing things, and but now that I'm like into this lifestyle and experienced its highs and its lows, I really like the freedom to be able to just get up and go and to allow my research and my studies to take me where I need to be. Because I couldn't do this like this if I was working a 9 to 5. I really couldn't. It would have taken forever because a 9 to 5 just takes so much of your time away. So, yeah. I think that this is what I think, for real. For real. I think that one cannot look at ancient history, as we call it, from one perspective. Because there were a lot of different people back then. There were. But you don't hear their stories. You don't. Like, most of everybody celebrates Thanksgiving because they think the Plymouth Rock and they had a nice, the Europeans and the Indians had a nice agreement and sat down and had, a harvest. And no, honey, that's not, like, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving anymore because that's not what happened. To me, now I used to celebrate it, yes. So I'm not gonna, fault anyone or anything because these are the things that we were taught. You know what I'm saying? So, ooh, look at that glare. Look at that glare. But I look at it as celebrating a massacre of people. And I don't want to celebrate that. That's how I look at it as. Thanksgiving in the scriptures versus Thanksgiving the way that we were taught to celebrate it, and stories that we were taught in school about it is not the same. It's totally not the same. So what happened? I look at stuff like that. Why is that? So is the Thanksgiving that we celebrate, is that one of the traditions of men that the scriptures tells us not to celebrate? I mean, we need to start asking these questions, and we need to let the devil know, bam, 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 you ain't getting me. That's right. Y'all, your girl is hype. I told y'all I was hyped today. I was hyped. Y'all gonna find me in all sorts of emotions. I'm just, whatever. Yep, I goes there. So yeah, I'm not your average van lifer, okay? I'm not her. I am me. I am a sightseeing, history reading, going to the wilderness, going to the beach, doing whatever my soul please, okay? Am I going right? Yeah. Okay. We're gonna get away from this sun. We're gonna turn so this sun can go on the back side. Or no, did I make it worse? Oh, it's better. Okay. Y'all, so yeah, I get hyped sometimes. So guess what I decided to do? I am going to take a DNA test. Yeah, take a DNA test. Did I scare y'all? I'm gonna take a DNA test. And I really never really believed in them. I just felt like it was gonna be a waste of my money. They're just gonna tell me what I wanted to hear. But you know what? I have been curious and so curious and so curious. So I think I am going to take the African Ancestry DNA test. Yeah. And I'm going to do that because, like, doing my family tree and all this, I'm hearing stories that we got Indian in us, we got Asian in us, and there's slavery in my family's background. There's mention of the white lion in my family's background, and these are all verbal things that we pass down. And I feel like, me not knowing this stuff, how would I ever tell my son these things so that he can tell his children and his children can tell his children? We have to keep, this oral tradition alive. We have to keep it, even if we don't have the power to change, history in a way that, presents us in a true fashion. We can still pass these things down to our kids and our grandkids, because it's going to give them a sense of belonging, a sense of pride, knowing that they are better than. I think that a lot of times, there is something very special about us, for us to have truly went through all of the hardships that we have went through as Black people, and to still be able to thrive in a sense. I mean, when you go into the cities, yeah, you see hoods and things like that, but we are survivors. We are survivors, and we're gonna figure out how to survive, and that's already been proven. Now, the other part that we need to back to ourselves is, what's giving us that strength to do that. You know, where did we, you know, where are my roots? Every living organism or tree or plant or flower or whatever has a root, the base, you know, just like in the scriptures. You know, you can't build a house, what was it, out of straw or something, because it, you know, it's gonna crumble. So I probably said that all wrong. But knowing you're having a root, you know, it speaks to your soul. It speaks to your spirit. And that's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful feeling to have. So when I do research this history, you know, I research the good, the bad, and the ugly. I really do. I take it all in, you know, because I do. So some things are hurtful, hurtful more than others. Some things are gratifying. You know, I just take it all in, and I just pray for the Most High to give me the strength and the courage, you know, to deal with all the emotions that you have to deal with when you go into this type of research, because all the emotions that you have to deal with is humongous. You know, you got to deal with pain, sorrow, you know, happiness, disappointment, suffering. You also deal with gratitude, gratefulness. Wow, it gives you a sense of courage, a sense of strength, you know. It's a lot of different emotions. It's being unconsidered is an emotion, you know. Being felt like, you know, you know, scientifically, let's state the facts. Scientifically, where do people come from? Where do people come from? Scientifically. Now, don't take this the wrong way, but 2 Europeans cannot birth anything but a European. Scientifically. That's been proven scientifically. So if that is the case, where did all these other colored people come from? And when I say colored, I mean, you know, Asians got some color to them, some cultural, some features to them. Indians got color to them. Mexicans got color to them. Black people got color to them. Haitians, Africans. I mean, so I question that. Like, why is things being presented like all the angels in the Bible are white? All the prophets that you said that we were taught by the pictures were white. Everyone was white. And then when you look at movies, all the superheroes used to really be black. I mean, be white as well. It's like something is going on here. Like, you mean to tell me the people with the recessive gene owns everything in the world? I think that's a false reality. I think it's a false reality. It's a false narrative. And it's not to put anyone down. It's just that, you know, look at how much the world is suffering right now. People all over the world. I hate people. People all over the world are suffering. There should be no, I mean, I'm just saying, it just doesn't add up. And I know a lot of Europeans have this thing called pride. They're very prideful about their country and their accomplishments and things of that nature. And I just, I just want to know, like, I don't know. I'm gonna shut up.
I talk too much.
It's kind of like, yeah, you got these things at the cost of what? And who? And how many? So for me, I don't take pride in I wouldn't take pride in the destruction of another people or peoples to boost myself up. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be prideful in that. That's just me. Anyways, y'all. So y'all, we're gonna do a DNA test. We're gonna keep this research going. I'm gonna keep sharing and van lifing and sharing and caring. So y'all, see you on the next one. How corny is that? Yep. Ordering my DNA test from African Ancestry DNA.com, or it's AfricanAncestry.com. This test ain't cheap, y'all. This test was $310, but it's on I ordered it to be sent to my mama house. Yes.